Hi you guys, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have the flip through of our start to finish kitchen themed journal. So we made this on a video series. A lot of you guys have followed along with that. And yeah, so I just wanted to make a final flip through of the finished journal so that you guys could see, you know, any last details that I made after I turned the camera off. So she's pretty chunky for a little standard size TN journal. I've just tied her closed with a little bit of sari silk ribbon, and I've attached this little charm that I didn't make this strawberry charm is from Crafty Lisa's Vintage, and then I just added an extra key. I believe the key is actually from a music box, maybe. Yeah, I just thought that was such a cute little detail for the front cover. So I'm just gonna set that to the side there. And you guys hopefully have seen the whole process on making the cover. By the way, if you're just watching this flip through and do want to go back and watch the whole series on how I created this journal, I've linked the whole series below in the description box, so you can go back and watch it and hopefully be able to make your own. So going inside, I've just clipped on the big photo collage tag that we made in the last video. This was the last piece of ephemera that you guys watched me make, and it's actually my favorite, so kind of saving the best for last, I guess. But it has a vintage baby spoon on it, and a garment tag, and then this really super cute little vintage photo from 1935. The little clip that I have, these are Tim Holtz clips. Made like a grungy spot on the paper, but I don't mind it so much. It's just something to be aware of. That was unintentional, but it's okay. I like it the way it is. On the cover, I'm just gonna use this little tag or a card that I have. On the inside front cover, we made kind of a pocket out of this carrot package, and then there's a tuck spot behind that, and then another pocket here. So lots and lots of storage on this front cover. If you really wanted to, you could use this little milk bottle cap as a tuck spot as well. Okay, so then on this side, I've just clipped on a couple of vintage calling cards. I really love these. They just feel more kitchen-y than the ones with roses on them, so I wanted to include both. And I made this tag from that price card that you guys probably saw me, if you watched the videos, saw me fumbling around with it like 1,000 times, and I finally decided after I stopped the camera to make this little easy collage tag. And I just included a couple of my vintage wax seal stamps. I got both of these stampers from Sharika Postal Love, so they're vintage French wax seals. And then this is one of my digital prints. This is from Sitting Room 2. This was a card that was clipped on the other side. I'm just gonna clip all this back on here. Kind of the way it was, hopefully. Gonna leave our little baby out. And then this is a big corner tuck spot. This greenish paper is from my newest digital kit, Gifts of Nature. And then this is a vintage French ledger page that we turned into a journal page, and then on both sides there's a tuck spot I made this altered paper clip with a scrap of the quilt that we used and just this vintage button with grapes on it. And I just really love how that turned out. I think it's so cute. And then this, yeah, this French, what am I looking for? Can label, there we go. Turned into kind of a double tuck spot on either side of the page. So yeah, then I just tuck this guy in here. Leave the little strings out. Now you guys, I make a lot of tags and a lot of journaling cards for my journals, but I don't always add like the ribbons and the ruffles to them because I feel like it adds a lot of unnecessary bulk to a journal. So like just because you don't see a lot of things hanging out of my journal doesn't mean I haven't made things. Like this doesn't have like the string coming off the top of it, but it's still, I mean, it's still something that we made for the journal. And then there's a tuck spot or a pocket there. And then this was the double pocket page that we made. So the other side is kind of mirroring this. And I've just tucked in a couple of pieces of ephemera. So I've got this really sweet little postcard. Yeah. And she's holding an orange. Well, I think it's an orange. It might be a ball, but it looks like an orange, so I thought it fit with this journal. This is from my French telegrams digital. This is another from the Gifts of Nature digital kit. And this lady eating outside. I tried to include pictures of people that were either eating or cooking. I think most are, I think they're all actually just eating. And then this is like a pasted together sheet that's made with 2 recipe book pages. And I love how it has like the little ring hole binding details on it still. This was our altered envelope that we made. And the letter is actually to a new mother. I read it. I don't know if I said that on the video, but yeah, it's like a congratulatory letter from Mabel to Emily about her new baby. And I think that's so sweet. And y'all know, mothers cook. Well, for the most part, I guess the traditional sense of like the family setup is like the mother would cook for all the babies and the daddy. So I thought that was fitting for this journal. This is also from, well, this is from my digital kit, Forget Me Not, and then this one is from the Gifts of Nature. And then this piece of ephemera we made in the last video as well. So it's an antique postcard. And I just attached like a little ledger page piece so you can do some secretive journaling on there. And I just tucked it in there. Lots of journaling space on this one. This is from my botanist desk kit. And this page, so this actual design exists in 2 of my digitals. So this one is actually from my Gifts of Nature kit because I added like this grungy finish to it. But there's a clean version in my William Morris kit. So if you like the William Morris patterns, I do have that, like the full set. I think there's 15 different patterns in that kit. So it's a great value. Yeah. So I'm trying to be better about like explaining which kits have what, and so I'm sorry if it's like I'm only talking about my digitals. I really do not intend to do that. But yeah, I have a lot of people ask me about like certain pages in journals, so I want to be as clear and precise about where I got things as possible. This page is an authentic ledger page French ledger page from Sharika as well. And I've linked all the shops that I mention in the description box of the video too. So I love that I left it as a flip out. Here's a little boy eating. I think this is such a cute picture too. It's kind of tattered, but I love it still. He reminds me so much of my Lennon, like his little blonde hair, and Lennon had like a striped shirt. Anyway, I really love this picture. And then we've got like this linen pocket that was actually a tea towel, and I just cut it down to be a big pocket, and I love the yellow and the green, and it just fits so well with this journal. And then this postcard, so this is one of the William Morris papers. This postcard, it just feels like you're inviting someone to come over for dinner. Why don't you take out your automobile, and why don't you take out your automobile and take a skin up to Buffalo and visit us one of these fine days, from 1918. Okay. So it is inviting someone to dinner, or for a visit at least. Okay, so then on this side, I didn't want to tuck too much into this pocket because I love the menu design on this paper. This is also from my, I think it's in my forget-me-not kit because it does have like the little forget-me-not flowers on there. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. And I just made a little collage tag medley with a little fabric. I love this fabric, and a dairy tag. So both of these are vintage tags. I just altered the top one a bit and stitched on some fabric. And then just a little dividend coupon. It's like a saver coupon. So I didn't want to cover up the word menu. Some journaling space on this side. My wrinkly Sari silk ribbon ruffle. More journaling space. This dyed paper, I got it from Alessandra, Paper Art Alessandra, so check her out. She has an Etsy shop full of beautiful dyed papers. This is one of her rose dyed papers, so of course I had to have it, right? So this belly band that we made, if you guys do this, so this was part of my tutorial where I was making, like putting together the pages. When I started putting things into a belly band, it started to tear at the perforation. So I just added a tiny bit of like brown packing tape, and I think that it really added to like the aesthetic of the page, but also it reinforced that little center perforation. So it's not going to tear anymore. But yeah, I kind of like how it turned out. I probably should have done that to start. And I just tucked in a little recipe and like a card or an envelope with a little picture in it. It's a very old picture. I think when I got these pictures, it was in a larger set of ephemera that I had purchased, and the whole set was from like the 1910s. So if you guys remember last year, I made the, so February or January 2020, I made like a Valentine's series of journals, and one of them had love letters. So that was from the same couple that wrote the love letters. Yeah, I hang on to my ephemera, even ephemera that I'm planning to use for quite some time sometimes. Then this was one of the collage tags that we made, the little pocket tag, and I've just tucked in like some little tickets there. Added a little ribbon to it. This is a pocket here. This is another William Morris paper, but I left it blank on the back, so I just added some ledger paper that was green. So it kind of covered up the white. Some lines. little centerfold. I love this. Love this ad. I mow the front grass sometimes, so she reminds me of me. I don't look that glamorous while I do it though. I'm like covered in grass and yeah. Okay, so on this side, I've just got a little pineapple playing card, and there's another pocket on that side and a little paper doily, since those are actually meant for like presenting desserts or tea or whatever. And then I've just tucked in a label and another photo from the same picnic with the lady eating in her chair. More journaling space on this side, and it actually folds out. So that's quite a big fold out. And then I've just tucked in a couple of, like a piece of, or a Borden coupon and a rose postcard. This is a modern postcard, but I loved it, so it goes in the journal. This might be the only modern piece in the whole journal, actually. And then the other side of that, yeah, this is from my Forget-Me-Not kit, because it's primarily blue, so. I just love like the random labels and things like that in this journal, like just little details. This page I did decide to reinforce where that was folded originally, because it was not wanting to fold correctly. So yeah, that brown packing tape really works well for that, like page reinforcement. This does fold out. I'm not going to take the paper clip off. And here's our Welsh Tea Party postcard. I don't think I ever showed it to you guys up close. I really love this postcard. And then I added some like ruffles to the top. The handwriting is actually really great too. So there's that one. Actually, clip them higher so you can see the ruffles in the top. Here's our little tip-in. Hopefully you guys can't hear the chicks. They're being extra loud this morning. I watched Heather, Ruby and Pearl XO's tutorial, and I decided to make my own take on her little pocket, book page pocket tags. So I backed it with like another vintage recipe book page, and I had this, it was like an art print that was floating around in my little ephemera box while I was crafting. So I did not make this on camera because I don't want to take credit for the tutorial. So I've linked Heather's video. If you haven't already watched it, go watch it. It's really great. And she walks through how to make these collage tags. She used just plain like text on hers and lace instead of a piece of tea towel, but I thought this was so much more fitting, and this little brown and black trim matches the little detail on the cover. So yeah, I made this for the journal, and it actually has a belly band, so it's a belly band, it's not attached on the bottom, because I didn't want to like totally cover his little face up. So, and then I got these clips from Nicole forever ago. She sent me a Happy Mail with a bunch of these little clips in it, and I thought the linen one just fit so well. Yeah, more of that Gifts of Nature kit. Forget-Me-Not. This is actually rose dyed paper too. So I had a go at making my own rose dyed paper, and it came out yellow. Like, I don't know, I don't know why. But yeah, that's the way God made it, I guess. And then we've got our little fold out here with all the little different note papers that are kind of glued down. Yeah, we've got, okay, there we go. We've got yellow, receipt paper, another white, and just the other sides of that. So just a little added extra journaling space there. And I like to put these near the end of the journal. I didn't explain this when we were making it, but I like to put them near the end of the journal so that when you're journaling, it's laying flat on the desk instead of having all this bulk of the pages and you have to like write like this. So that's kind of my reasoning for trying to keep them near the back of journals, in case I never explained that before. And then there's a tuck spot on the back and a little bitty one here. And this folds out like so. Get some nature kit. And here's our little flip book with the receipt papers in it. So this is not actually bent. It forms to the journal because this is a foil wrapper. It's meant to like bend and mold to whatever it's put on. So yeah. And then this is another from Alessandra. I love that gold on there. And I just thought this gingham print was perfect for like a kitchen themed journal. Receipts, all vintage, love them. Then this is the pocket there. And then here's another pocket, and this folds open like so. I love, 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 love this. I used linen finish business paper as well, so it has really nice texture. Just a little collage tab and a little tuck spot in the very back. And then this was like the Maggie Holmes paper that we used. So yeah, that's the journal, guys. I am planning to have kind of a little pop-up sale with some kitchen themed like creative kits and ephemera pieces, and like I'm gonna make up little kits kind of with the leftovers from my pack, and I've got obviously some recipe books and stuff, so I'll be making like some paper packs and things like that. So I'm gonna do a little pop-up sometime early in May, and I'll list this journal at that time as well. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see updates on that, and I'll try to update the video description with the date and time of the sale. But I did decide yesterday that I wanted to do that, rather than just selling the journal off and not really offering any kind of supply packs with it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and thank you for following along and all of your kind words on this journal series. It has been such a joy to make. I love working with these colors, and I think for the next journal that I make start to finish, it is going to be a craft journal. And I love that concept, like just taking naturals and neutrals and browns and making something really creative with it. So stay tuned. I will make an announcement in the next week or so. If you haven't already, please like the video if you enjoyed it. I mean, I want you to be honest, but if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and ring the little notification bell so that you know when I post a new video. So yeah, until next time, thank you for watching and happy crafting.